What is the beauty about beach handball?
One of the key things in beach handball is also fair play.
How are the competitions organized in Europe?
And here we are 10 years later, and there will be a show match at the Olympics in Paris.
Ball across to Dylan Nahi, double in flight. Oh, what a start!
Into the net.
She does it again! Yes!
And Vilstrup are the champions of Europe! To come up with something here. She has a game! Surprise the keeper! What a comeback!
And it is time to talk handball again from the summer break, everyone. We're saying hi from Budapest here, and if I'm saying hi, of course I am talking about myself and the queen, the lady who left pro handball on the throne, Anja Althaus. How are you?
Hi, it's nice to be here.
How's it going?
Great! I'm super excited. We already have a great day, and we had some amazing days. So, yeah, I'm perfect.
Absolutely, absolutely. And on the other hand, of course, it is the man who actually doesn't know any breaks. If he's talking about break, probably just how to break his opponent. He is Mr. Beach himself. He is, oh, that's the wrong button. He is Martin Vilstrup. How are you?
I'm super good, actually. Also, it's pretty easy to be so when you're in a good company. So far, so kicking it off with a compliment here, it's always a good start, right? And yeah, I'm good. It's beach handball topics and talking about beach handball in general. It's a good topic for me.
Probably is. Actually, it was good fun this season, and of course, we don't want to leave you guys hanging throughout the summer without any content, and that's why we would say in the summer, let's go to the beach. But going to the beach for me means something else than for you guys, I would guess.
Well, for me also, like I'm just a guest on beach handball, and I start to learn about, I think more we are going this side, so for him means different things.
Yeah, certainly it is. But on the other hand, I would say that it's always great whenever we have big personalities like Anja coming in beach handball in 2013. We also had Hans Lindberg in the national team. And yeah, I remember as well when I started playing in the national team, Henrik Mølgaard also got a call up. And, you know, some of the big names, we had Patrice Annouillet, played for the France national team. And so some of those personalities and big characters, yeah, it's a big thing for beach handball because we are not the biggest sport and we don't get that much of attention. So whenever somebody from indoor joins us, then we attract a little bit of attention, and that's super important.
Yeah, and I mean, that is a good topic for us because you say it, beach handball isn't the biggest of all sports. Maybe to kick it off here, for someone who hasn't heard beach handball in his life before, what is beach handball and how is it played?
Well, first of all, I listened during my career something about beach handball, even like once in the preparation in Thüringen. I think we was once in a beach, but we didn't play it like you really should play it, you know. So I think it was just like for Herbert Müller in this time to kill us on the beach, you know, like just running and everything. So it was like more like hard and trying to do these things what you maybe have seen, like the spins or something, which was in this moment really unrealistic to do it, you know. So, but actually, I started to really love and respect beach handball after my career when I actually got called up to join and to help to promote. And I remember when I came to Bulgaria the first time to the Euro, I think it was. I really fell in love, and this is like something which it's, I think, even as now I was coach and like for young kids, and I think this is something which we should combine. Beach handball for kids, especially now I'm speaking like I'm living in Macedonia, and the kids indoor, they are bouncing too much, and in beach you're learning to how to play handball, how to attack in the right zones, and also from the ligaments, from everything. I think it's have so much pluses, this beach handball, and I started to speak so much more about beach handball than actually to indoor, because I think it's have a lot of things to bring on the table also for indoor handball. And I was really sorry that I came too late on this, like that I would actually love to join some teams and to play more. So I'm playing for the EHF team when there was like this, and it's really fun. So this is my career there in beach handball, but beach handball, it's something very fascinated and not easy to do. Respect for everybody who is doing this.
That was a great advertisement for beach handball, but basically you swirled around my question
But
perfectly
how-
fine. No, all good,
How
all
to
good.
explain it? You know, like it's you have a ball, you have a smaller field, and you have to make a goal. So I think the same thing is like from handball. You have
Absolutely, but I mean there are some special rules
Yes,
about beach
totally,
handball,
yes.
and maybe to get the basics clear, maybe we can explain them
I
for
think-
people who Martin is
Well,
the guy.
in general, first of all, I think one of the big difference from indoor is that you have a whole sideline where you can actually change all the players. So often you see that you have these kind of specialists. So one player is only playing defense, then he runs out where the defense is, and then one player can run in offense, and then you have the whole sideline to change. So basically that means you run directly in the other end. And whenever you do in-flights, and you do a spin shot or the goalkeeper scores, it's 2 points. If you just score like normally, you would see it without it being the goalkeeper, or what we in beach handball call the specialist, which is normally a goalkeeper in offense. Then you get 1 point, and it's 2 times 10 minutes. If I recall correctly, the break is 5 minutes. And then it's usually just to put some water on the sand or something like that, because
Just like I
otherwise,
said, this man doesn't know about breaks at all.
but it's like they put water on the sand because otherwise, you know yourself, whenever you're entering a beach and the sand is too hot, it's like you're walking on hot stones or something like that. Then in general, it's a fast sport with only 2 times 10 minutes, and spectacular, I would say. But we also have something similar to handball, like Anja spoke about earlier, that it's a small family within. So once you get to play a beach handball tournament and you stay in the environment, then the next time people will say hello to you and greet you like, hey, you're one of our now. And that mentality I like a lot in beach handball, that no matter if I don't see someone from Brazil for 2 years, then when I see them, we can catch up and we can say hello. Sometimes there are language barriers, but and then one of the key things in beach handball is also fair play. I remember a tournament not long ago I played in Croatia where somebody told me, then tell the referee that it hits one of your players. And I'm like, okay, I can do a lot, but I cannot change the call from the referee. But they are kind of applying to the fair play within the game, and also that they want every team, although we're super competitive, you know, to also admit that in case, let's say you make a block and it goes out, then hey, okay, it was a block.
Yeah.
But it's easier said than done. I will be honest, because if you stand in the semifinal at the European Championship, it's not like you're gonna raise your hand and say, referee, you touched the ball. So, but in general, we want this kind of fair play. Also, Anja said it, the biggest, I would say, advantage also for beach handball is that we're not going to compare against handball, but whenever you don't play the indoor, it's a good way to stay in shape. And injuries-wise, I don't recall that many, actually. Many big ones, of course, you can get unlucky and then somebody lands on you, but it's not like it's going to be a long injury where a tough one, it's going to be, okay, a hard hit, and then you're going to go out. So I think that's one of the benefits about beach handball, is that injuries is mostly not a part of it.
Yeah.
I remember one from Egypt landing on a rock and he got a cut in his foot. Like, come on, you will survive.
But I mean, that is something in handball you always have to, expect physical contact with your opponents. And the advantage of the beach is that the floor is sand, and the floor is even a little smoother than when you hit the ground on the indoor. So
Sorry.
No, I was just more like, I hope that we get to watch some point a day where all the indoor, I can understand that somebody is paying your salary, but if it's up to me to have 2 options, to stay in shape while you give me holiday from indoor, or would you rather have that I actually go to a beach in Ibiza and sit and lay on the beach there and maybe drink a pina colada or whatever, you know, it's actually the holiday. So whenever
I'm taking
players,
option 2 there.
Yeah, I know, but whenever players are actually offering to stay in shape, it's more like, no, you cannot go because, and it's like, it's not like we're competing against you. We're actually trying to stay in shape.
Yeah.
But I get there is some point of them being nervous about injuries since they're paying the salary, and the most important thing for them is indoor. But in the future, we'll probably also see basketball players, volleyball players. If they don't feel comfortable with their own sport, they can get a shot at beach handball.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, Anja, you have a position in the North Macedonian national team. What exactly do you do?
Well, I'm like an octopus. I have a lot of things to do. I have my fingers somewhere, everywhere inside. So actually, like for beach handball, I was because I stepped inside in the beach handball, and I was like, speaking a lot. I was asking a lot around, like since I was there, and then of course for the Euro in Nazaré. It was like also the EHF knows that I'm living in Macedonia and that I have short contact, and then there was like a wild card actually, and they offered us, also through my connections there, to if we want to create a team, and I was like totally up for it. And then I was like speaking with the Macedonian Federation, and they say, okay, go. And we created actually like a team, and actually in the first they offered me to have the head coach position, and I was just like, whoa. It's just like, well, I don't know beach at all, you know, so I have seen this. I try to understand the rules, but I don't understood them. And I'm a realistic person. I say, listen, I can help you to create a team. I know how to handle girls, how to give them confidence, and learning by doing this with them. But we need also somebody who played it before. And then we found actually one player, from Macedonian player. He played for Macedonia before, and he was still playing in the league in Macedonia. And we started to create this. So I led all of this handball things like with him, and I actually learned with the girls. Like we had 3 weeks preparation for the Euro. So and the first game what we actually make was 3 days before we came to Nazaré. It was incredible, really a journey. And so we played against Greece. Greece is not a bad team, like at all. And we played 2 matches in 1 day, and it was so cool, like to see also the girls how they took it. And I'm really proud of these girls. And I say, listen, if we ever in this Euro, if we win 1 set, you know, or 1 half, we are champions. And actually we won. You know, we make it also. We make it against Italy, which is you don't need to hide. You know, and the girls like to see them how they grow and how they enjoy exactly this spirit. What you say before, we got with so much open arms with a team where they know that. We never have played. The most of the girls, we had 3 players who had experienced a little bit of beach handball. The rest never played beach handball, didn't even know what is beach handball. And I mean, we played to the end if we became last or a position before. But in the end, these girls take so much energy out of this. And now when I'm still seeing them, they're still speaking about this. This beach handball gives them so much. And it was an incredible journey. And I learned the rules with them, you know, like I was standing there. Like sometimes I was like, I remember I went in the Euro. I went to them and I was just like, what was this now? And they were smiling. But the great thing is they was really open to help us with everything. And so my position, I was the assistant coach of the beach handball. Now I'm media manager for the men national team. I was in the Euro, which was also a great experience actually. So I was also with the women national team. I'm there like a third helping coach. So like I say, I'm like an octopus. Like I'm somewhere, everywhere. But in the most, I really love the journey. I'm still pushing the federation for keep going this project. But on the other hand, the problem, what you say, is that the most coaches, like indoor coaches, don't see the benefit. You know, like exactly what you say. And I'm trying to explain them. You know, I'm trying to tell them, see, we can grow our sport. You know, it's especially in the summer where you're nearly dying in the hall, you know, because there's no klima. Go out, enjoy it, because this is something which is really fun, you know, to watch and even to play it. And also the kids, because in the summer, who's training really beside these camps, what you're having. So, and there you have so much advantage. And also from the injury part, I want to say before, when I started this project with Macedonia, I was calling everybody which I know, you know, like, and of course I was speaking with the head coach from Germany, because they are really successful, you know, and how helpful he was. He even offered, Anja, I will come to Macedonia, I will help. And I was like thinking, oh my goodness, this is incredible, how helpful everybody is. And they make also research, he explained me about the injury, you know, they invented like a special thing, like when the players coming from indoor to the beach, and also which kind of exercises. But actually in this research what they did, they say that it's just a plus, it's not a negative, also from injury, you know. So, and they're just stronger and everything. And I was just like, oh, we need to spread this word, you know, like because the indoor coaches and indoor people just need to understand it is just a plus. It is really a amazing plus to our beloved sport.
I agree, and also keep staying in shape. And the other thing for me is also that when you allow a player to do something, and then they will come back even more motivated and having a break from it. But I'm super happy to hear the study they made about injuries, because that's also what you just kind of had from yourself, the feeling. But one thing is having the feeling and then actually somebody doing the study. Another thing with beach handball is that often you see a lot of new teams coming in. The results that they're getting are probably, high scoring from the opponent, low scoring from themselves, but they have a quick development within the game because they start to see and learn from other people and see, okay, what are they doing? So in general, it's just to say that don't be afraid to try. You might not succeed in first time, but you have the basics. You have a quick development within beach handball. As long as you have a little bit of handball background, then, and it probably looks easier than it is, but I would say it can be a little bit difficult to play beach handball.
I think it is like when I tried it, you know, like for me, because I'm like too long in the indoor, when I got the ball, like, and there was like a totally time I was on the line, like my position is, and I got the ball, and immediately I had ball, and I'm like, you know, like just like normal shoot, and everybody, I was like, go away, you know, like, so, but in the end, everybody, Anja, now was the time for make the spin. I was like, oh God, I forgot it again, you know, so, and I think this is like to get it in the head, you know, like, and I think also you see now the generation who started on the beach, like the youth, which you're seeing incredible videos, and then them who are already like more experienced in indoor, like they learned it, but I think there's also the new generation which is coming up. It's incredible what they're doing. Yeah,
I agree. I just wish that we had a youth national team in Denmark, so we could benefit from it, but
Actually, when did you first get in touch with beach handball?
When did I remember I got the first, like many years ago in Denmark, we didn't have a national team like that. It was basically just whoever won the Danish national team, they were kind of going to all the big tournaments because there was not a tradition in Denmark to go. I think it was in 2008 or 2009. I remember had the first call up for the national team in 2009. Didn't get picked for any championship. My first was in 2011 there. I said, actually, no.
Regarding your current age, you were probably somewhere around 26?
Close, right? Close. I think I was 19 or something, 18. But it was that time I was also about to finish my school. And that's a big thing in Denmark. So I actually said no to the first championship I got picked for. And from there on, I always kind of liked it because a coach from indoor, he introduced us to us and we were like, yeah, let's try it. And we went to because the club that I played in Denmark by that time had 4 courts behind the normal arena. So we could just go out there whenever we wanted to, and everybody was super positive about it. So we just kind of started ourselves with him, and so it has to be somewhere around 16 years ago. So it's been a journey, but with the time I would say it's getting more and more serious because in the beginning we didn't go out with our own club team. We didn't go out and play any European tournaments, and we also had a little bit of I would say a big disappointment because in 15 and 16 we didn't have any national teams at all. And that has something to do with economy from the federation and priorities and stuff like that. After the World Championship in Brazil, where we lost against Croatia in the semifinal after 13 shots in the shootout and lost to Qatar in shootout as well. So almost had a World Cup medal there, but after that they said no more national team. So we kind of went back in 17. So I'm super happy about the development we also had because then we won the European Championship gold in 19, just 3 years after we didn't have any national team. But we benefit from indoor, that most of the players, they play indoor and know the basics, which are also a thing. Like I said, it's not competing against. There's handball and then there's beach handball. So it's 2 different things, but it's a good thing if you already played handball because then you have the basics and understand the rules in general, how to do it. But you can play whatever sport you want to play and still be able to try it out with beach handball. So it started a long time ago and we came far. So at the moment, hopefully it's going in the right direction.
Let's hope so. But then now that you talked about the big competitions, how are the competitions organized in Europe?
Well, we have the EHF tournament called the EBT Tour, where you play a lot of tournaments around in Europe, and then each club collects EBT points. And then, if I remember correctly, the best 12 teams from each country qualify for what we call EBT finals. And then the host get one, and there was a wild card as well. And this year it's going to be played in France. Last year it was in Turkey. So basically, that's our Champions League. So you play a lot of tournaments around Europe to collect points. And the team from Denmark with the most points qualify. The team from Germany with the most points qualify. So far I've been in Croatia and the Netherlands, and will also go to Hungary, actually maybe Budapest to play 2 times. I will go to Germany 2 times to play, and it's all about holidays and actually paying yourself. So we also have to look at it from economical perspective. But beach handball is for me and many other in the national team of Denmark the highlight of the season. So we are ready to sacrifice whatever it takes. But that's how it works. I would call the EBT tournament the Champions League in beach handball.
So you have to be very rich just when we see how much you travel around with beach handball.
Exactly. Otherwise, you have to be very good at getting sponsors that see the potential within beach handball. And we have 2 in our team, and it's not like they are paying super much. So we have to pay ourselves, but we are happy to do so because, as Anja also said, it's a small family. So it's also a get together to see people you don't see that often. And it's the same with the national team. We don't pay ourselves with the national team, the federation does, but it's just, months of preparing and going abroad and playing. And that's also in Denmark, with us playing with the club team, it's also a preparation because we only meet 2 times with the national team before a world championship. So we meet for 3 days in a weekend, and then before the championship we meet for 3 days. Normally you shouldn't be able to compete at a high level whenever you only see another person for 5 days, 5-6 days. So it's very important for us that we do so if we want to be competitive. Yeah.
So how it's like if you would say now to make it more professional, because like Indo we are professional, the club's buying the players.
Yeah.
So how in your idea vision how you can make it more professional, like from the sponsors or from the organization, or what have to happen?
First of all, we need to get some sponsors that can see the potential within the sport, so we get the chance to travel more and spread the word. On the other hand, it's also a matter of the federation, because from what I heard, they sit down and then they speak about, okay, how much money do we want to put into this sport and how much potential is there in this sport, and then they make a budget. And some budgets are bigger than others. I can, for example, say that Norway, they get paid to be in the national team. And in Denmark, it's like, and they were abroad 7 times, I think, last year with the national team. In Denmark, it's like, can we afford to go to this tournament because we don't have that much money? So it's a huge difference because they take holidays from work and they get paid to be away. I take normal holidays from my normal work. I don't get any paid or anything, which is okay because we're happy to have a national team. But it's also with the federation how much money they put into it. And I know Australia, they pay everything themselves. The trip, the flights, just to compete in a world championship, which is to me pretty crazy. Yeah. And so there's a big difference within the federations and the national teams, how they do so. And I remember in 2015 where we played a show match, exhibition match in front of Hassan Mustafa and Thomas Bach. And that's almost 10 years ago. And that was to show the potential within the sport. It was in Switzerland. And here we are 10 years later, and there will be a show match at the Olympics in Paris, but we're still not in the program, which we were hoping for. So it's a long, long road to go.
But it's actually crazy because if you watch the Olympic Games, like there where all the time everything is on fire, it's on the beach sports, because like when you see beach volleyball, there the stadiums are always full because this is what people love, like in the Summer Olympics. I'm not understanding that there's not more sharing up or happiness for that, because you have music, you have action, you have everything is happening. Even I mean handball, it's everything can happen in short time, the game can't swept around, but even in beaches even faster, and it's I really don't understand this, why
there's maybe 2 things. The one thing is that when you come from outside and you watch beach handball, it needs also to be simple to understand the rules, because sometimes the referees will do like this and sometimes they will do like this. And if you don't know anything about handball in general or beach handball, you come in and say, why did he get 2 points now? Why did he get 1 point now? You know?
Yeah, but I mean, with what sports, it is not like that. So when you're not from the sports, you don't understand how they rate the surfers at the Olympics as
exactly.
well. So
Football, if you don't know football, you will never understand football.
It's a good point. It's a good. On the other hand, I'm sad to say it, because we take it very seriously whenever we're with the national team, and we get a schedule for every day, when to wake up, when to eat, when to watch video. We watch video, only offense, only defense, and then together, and then we plan. We go to a game and we do the same when we go back. And before, many years ago, it was more like beach handball had a bad reputation about it's all about music, partying, and I can honestly say it's not even close to being that anymore. Okay, for sure, whenever we are done with a European Championship, all the teams get invited to a party, but I would say they do here at the EHF Final Four as well. They do at every other tournament. It's not any other different from any other tournament, that you celebrate that you're not done with a tournament, but you have been playing a tournament and it's over. It's like, and then every team can choose for themselves how much they want to party. But I'm sad to say, but it's been many years ago it was like that. It's not even close to being like that anymore. So if people's thinking about it like that, then they are totally wrong. I can honestly say, I'm not saying it to protect the sport or whatsoever. I can honestly say it is like that. So that's also one of the things that we lack a little bit. The people, it's just party, beach,
but
and whatever.
I can just agree. Like this, what I have seen, I was guest when I came the first time in this Euro, and also like I think it was a qualification in Czechia.
Yeah.
So and it's really professional. But in the moment when I came as a coach with a team and seeing the teams, how they prepare, how everybody have their own thing, I think this was incredible.
Yeah.
Like how they are preparing and everything. It is really 100% professional, and nothing of this. Only thing what you're having, it's really this nice fair play atmosphere, which is really incredible to feel, even like when a player laying down, you're waiting. You know, it's not like that somebody is pushing you away like something. It was just like to be sure that the player is okay. Then I was impressed by this, you know. So but it's really high professional, and also everything was going around because it's also what you cannot forget, you're playing in the sun. Which is like it's even more heavy, and that's why I'm saying respect for everybody what they are bringing there to the sand.
I remember from October, I agree with you, and I remember October once we played a tournament in Qatar. I came from Denmark, it was like 5 degrees, and then out of nowhere I played 37 degrees. It's also a huge change for the body to just play. I know it's only 2 times 10 minutes, but when the sun is super hot, like it can be in a country like Qatar, it burns your skin. Actually, we like to get tanned in general, but it can be too much. Yes. But it is super serious whenever we're there. We watch the opponent play live. We watch video. We watch old videos. So whenever there's a tournament being played 2 weeks ago in Brazil, I sit down and watch all the games of the opponent. For example, Germany, I sit and watch, and because I have to see what do the other countries do against Germany, because they're very good. Yes. So what they do and succeed with, I have to also adjust into my game with the team, because if we can benefit. So, and if people don't know, it is like that. You do it like, I would say I do it the same as I would do it in indoor. We meet as a team, watch video, we speak about, the coach tell us what to do, and even here we watch only defense and offense. I wouldn't do that in indoor. We would watch it all together, obviously, because people play in both ends more than they do in beach handball. But we are not there just to have fun. We are there to compete and actually get a medal, because me as a person, I was not good enough in indoor to play in national team. So for me, it means a lot to be able to represent my country in another sport, although it's a very, very small sport at the moment, then it means a lot to me. So people have to have that in mind as well, that whenever we're going, it's this national feeling about representing.
But it's something special. This is like every kid should dream to present their country. I mean, doesn't matter what it is. It is the best feeling what you can have. Listen your anthems from
Exactly.
and to represent your country. And this is like something. It doesn't matter which sport it should be. You know, is this woman handball, is this man handball, is this beach handball? In the end, what I think, what everybody should understand, it is handball. And we're having an incredible world. We have an incredible world indoor. What we talked also about that. You know, like handball is kind of special. Like when you are inside in the world, you're inside in the world, and you're making friends for your life. You're bounded together immediately. Even if my friend will become your friend immediately. So, but even in beach handball, you have something also special. So, and I think we just have like to see the love about handball, like, and to support it in this way, and not see it as a competition.
Exactly, or in a negative perspective. Just try to be positive about it, and there are some similarities. So, spot on from Anja there. I agree.
To put it here and to end it here on a positive note in one sentence.
Oh, don't ask me.
All right, that is Martin. In one sentence, what is the beauty about beach handball?
Oh, in one sentence, that's always a challenge to put into. Well, in general, I have to say, I was thinking about spectacular the first time, but entertainment.
You have a sentence, not just a word.
I just thought maybe just put it into one word. I would just say, one sentence, I never thought about to put beach handball in one sentence. I would just say, go watch it live. It's entertaining and spectacular, and it's not something crazy and wild that you should be afraid of. It's hard to put into one sentence. I never. You're making me think here. Yeah, it's just a hard thing in general, right?
Okay,
we can see the smoking clouds coming out of your ears.
I was thinking like I can never hold something in one sentence. It's not possible on me. But I would say beach handball is actually it's beautiful, it's fast, and it's attractive.
Anja did better than me here for once.
Cool, then I think it's time to get the cameras off to get these two guys boxing, and that's where I would say thanks for listening here, and we hear each other again next time when it's time to talk handball again.
Ball across to Dylan Nahi, double in flight. Oh, what a start!
Into the net.
She does it again. Yes.
Van Nijtenberg on the shot